Today we are going to do a review, well actually not a review, but a comparison between the all-engine scale push-along Thomas and Gordon, between the original take-along Thomas and Gordon. Yeah, so these are the main iconic two that you might think of Thomas. Thomas and of course Gordon from the very first, I think it was the first episode, Thomas and Gordon, or Thomas Gets Tricked in the US. But I prefer the title, Thomas and Gordon. So let's compare Thomas first. We'll save Gordon for last. So, as you can tell, of course, yes, wheels, wooden railway style names, of course, and there's a big difference between quality of metals. Well, let's get Thomas' take along here. So, here that cab and coal bunker are actually molded together. So basically, this is just basically a separate plastic part. But for take along, this is metal, part of the metal body, which I prefer more. And even the cab is, even the coal is metal, I think. No, that's plastic, but this has a lot more detail because this is actually separate. This is better, but for some reason the back of the cab where all engines go has it black. That is the weirdest thing, but at least the take along and push along Thomas back before this thing came out, and of course we know he has back pinstriping, which take along only did. A learning curve, and Thomas doesn't. The push along version he does not, and of course this is a plastic part, and this is metal. And of course, the wheels are different because the wheels are different. Yeah, of course, these ones are separated from each other. They can free roam. Well, of course, this one does. But these ones are actually together, so they both. One of the other sides does move at once, so that's good. And of course, for some reason, they didn't decide to do a gold plastic mold color with the whistles, but they decided to go back with somewhat the iconic take-along yellow whistle. So that's kind of strange. Of course, the sizes are different. This is meant for a much more younger demographic, or toddler play toys, but the Thomas has a lot more larger number one. Well, of course this one does, but this is a lot more different. Of course, because this also has two-way magnets, where you can connect it from the back to back, and then the front to front, which is awesome, because Take and Play did that too before the big fat magnet stuff came out. And Thomas's face is much more flatter for the All Engines Go one, because it's a cartoon 2D. And this one's more 3D, because this is based off of the model back then when it came out for 2002. And let's get to Gordon. Right, here's Gordon. Of course, he's much taller than the take-along one, of course, just like the Thomas. Of course, different faces. This one more looks like the model series, and this one more looks like the All Engines Go series. The cat. Okay, so here are some of the downgrades of this All Engines Go model. Let's talk about it. Of course, same thing with Thomas. The cab, the smoke box is separate and plastic, while the take-along one is actually metal. And they went the same way with Gordon, but instead of whatever that is, this yellow other one, I know that the back one on the cab is a whistle, but I think that might be his safety valve. I think that's it. I think that's the safety valve, but for some reason the All Engines Go didn't do that. But hey, it's just a toy for kids, just like these used to be. And, oh yeah, don't forget to mention, the blues for Thomas and Gordon are very different. Okay, of course, yeah, the brighter blue for Thomas and Gordon and Edward don't have Take Along Edward yet, and a Push Along Edward yet, but Rio might come out with someday. But the blues for these two are the same, but they're different from the Take Along ones, which is much more brighter blue from Gordon and Thomas, but then Thomas is a much more normal blue or something. So that's one aside. Okay, so Push Along Gordon's wheels, they are playing on blue, just like how the Take Along ones were, but that's at least something. And if you don't know, this piece right here where the wheel arches and dome are, they are separate from the boiler, and also they're plastic, unlike this Take Along one, the metal part of the metal body, which is of course the best line I've ever heard, which is the best type of toy line I actually like, which is also the creators of Wooden Railway. People already know that because if you look on the Take Along ones, they do say learning curve. Come on. They do say learning curve, but just look on your Take Along models and they say learning curve. And if you have a Wooden Railway model that was from around like 2011, it'll say learning curve, Tomy Inc. So basically, learning curve started this year, like Wooden Railway was years ago before Take Along came out in 2002. Now, Gordon, the Push Along model, of course, for some reason, his cab is plastic. Same goes with the roof, like Thomas, and the whistles as well. They're plastic. But for some reason, the splashers are connected to the frickin' piston. Yeah, for some reason it's connected to the piston. But for the Take Along, it was black like the model series, with the splashers, and the pistons were actually part of the running board. So that's one thing I like. But the only one thing that this kind of upgrades to the Take Along model was the dome. It is in the right placement, but it's in the middle. But for some reason his is like Henry's type of dome, like, the second dome Henry has. But for some reason it's shaped like that. But Take and Play did upgrade it, but to the circle dome, which is more accurate. But this one is more kind of nostalgic, because I actually kind of love Take Along because how simple it is. But they didn't know, and it's fine with me. Kind of like this dome that looks really like Henry's. And then let's get to the cab. Okay, back then, there was, for Take and Play as well, back then there was actually cab detailing, which originated from Learning Curve, of course. But Push Along and the 2010, no, not 2010, but the new Take and Play for the Fat Magnets decided to ditch that idea of awesome cab detailing. Like, look, you can actually get see-through windows. You can actually put a little man in there, or an ant, or like any type of pet that's really small enough that can fit on there. And of course, smoke box and cab detailing. That is the best. Now let's go on with the tenders. Take Along, metal. Yeah, this all right here is plastic. Yeah, that was an absolute downgrade. But Take Along, that's a good upgrade. This is actually metal. The coal, is plastic, because they've always been plastic for years. And these have like something, I don't know what this is. This could be like, like Gordon has like a closed door type of thing, and you've seen it in a few episodes where his doors are closed. I think this is what it might be. Like, where the doors are closed, like on the sides, for safety. And of course, the Push Along model has 2 wheels for Gordon, but the original has the accurate 3 wheels. And of course, let's demonstrate that two-way magnet with Thomas, because actually, if you don't know who that engine was, it was always Gordon. That was like always in the thing with the take-alongs. So let's do the two-way magnets. Front, back, front and back. See? That's smart. Because, oh yeah, I forgot. Buffer beams are on the back and front. Back of the tender engine and the front of the coal tender. So, which one obviously wins this? One obviously wins this. Take along, of course. So, I will do a collection video of my take along collection. And so you can see what my collection is. I'll do some episodes with these guys, and it's going to be called, it's not going to have, it will have Thomas, but I'm coming up with my own series, and it's going to be called 16 and Friends. I have an Ertl 16, and I would obviously love to do a series adventure with 16, have all the characters that never got that much attention by the hit era, like, or Dennis and some other characters. Yeah, so that would be my series. Like other people have like their own Thomas series. So goodbye. Have a nice day.